Welcome to UPSC IMP Current Affairs Relevant Statics Topics 3. New topic. The Verma Committee on Fundamental Duties of the Citizen 1999 identify the existence of the legal provision for the implementation of the some of the fundamental duties. They are mentioned below. Prevention of the Insult to a National Honor Act 1971 prevents the disrespect to the Constitution of India, the national flag and national anthem. The various criminal laws in the force provide punishment for encouraging the enmity between the different sections of the people on grounds of the language, race, place of birth, religion, and so on. Protection of the Civil Rights Act 1955 provide for punishment for offences related to caste and religion. The Indian Penal Code declares the imputations and assertion prejudicial to national integrations as a punishable offences. Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of 1967 provides for the declaration of the communal organization as an unlawful association. The Representation of the People Act 1951 provides for the disqualification of the member of the parliament or state legislature for indulging in corrupt practices, that is, soliciting votes on the grounds of religions or promoting enmity between different sections of the people on the grounds of the caste, race, language, religion, and so on. The Wildlife Protection Act 1972 prohibits a trade in rare and endangered species. The Forest Conservation Act of 1980 checked the indiscriminate deforestation and diversion of the forest land for non-forest purposes. New topic. Article 324 of the Constitution has made the following provision with regard to the composition of the Election Commission. The Election Commission shall consist of the Chief Election Commissioner and the number of the other election commissioner, if any, as the President may from time to time fix. The appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners shall be made by the President. When any other election commissioner is appointed, the Chief Election Commissioner shall act as the Chairman of the Election Commission. The President may also appoint, after consultation with the Election Commission, such a regional commissioner as he may consider necessary to assist the Election Commission. The condition of service and tenure of office of the Election Commissioner and the regional commissioners shall be determined by the President. The Chief Election Commissioner and the two other election commissioners have equal powers and receive equal salaries, allowances, and other prerequisites which are similar to those of the judge of the Supreme Court. The Chief Election Commissioner is provided with a security of tenure. He cannot be removed from his office except in the same manner and on the same grounds as the judge of the Supreme Court. In other words, he can be removed by the President on the basis of resolution passed to the effect by both the House of the Parliament with a special majority, either on the grounds of proven misbehavior or incapacity. Thus, he does not hold his office till the pleasure of the President, though he is appointed by him. New topic. Center has recently cleared a 2,600 crore incentives scheme to promote RUPAY, BHIM, UPI. The scheme aimed to promote the RUPAY debit card and low value BHIM UPI transaction person to merchant in financial 2022-2023. Features of the scheme. Bank will be provided financial incentives from promoting point of sale and e-commerce transaction using RUPAY and UPI. Promote UPI Lite and UPI 123 Pay as an economical and user-friendly digital payment solution. UPI Lite is an on-device wallet featured by the National Payment Corporation of India to allow users to make small value payment up to ₹200 offline. UPI 123 Pay is an instant payment system for the features phone, non-smartphone users. In addition, National Payment Corporation of India has allowed non-resident Indians with non-resident externals or non-resident ordinary accounts in 10 countries to use UPI platform from their international mobile number. Member banks have to ensure such a type of accounts are only allowed as per the extent Foreign Exchange Management Act regulation and RBI rules. 10 countries are Singapore, Australia, Canada, Hong Kong, Oman, Qatar, USA, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom. UPI works on the principle of the SIM binding for security purpose. 10 countries are the Singapore, Australia, Canada, Hong Kong, Oman, Qatar, USA, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom. It was enabled only for Indian mobile numbers. It was enabled only for Indian mobile numbers. New topic. Directive principle, although confer no legal rights and create no legal remedies, are significant and useful in the following ways. They are like an instrument of instruction or general recommendation addressed to all the authorities in the Indian Union. They remind them the basic principle of the new social economic order which Constitution aims at building. They have served as a useful beacon lights to the courts. They have helped the courts in exercising their power of judicial review, that is, the power to determine the constitutional validity of law. They form a dominating background to all the state action, legislative, executive, and also guide to the courts in some respects. They, they amplify the preamble which solemnly resolved to secure to all the citizens of India justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Directives also play the following roles. They facilitate stability and continuity in domestic and foreign policy in political, economic, social sphere in spite of the changes in the party in power. They are supplementary to the fundamental rights of the citizens. They are intended to fill in the vacuum in Part 3 by the providing social and economic rights. Their implementation create favorable atmosphere for full and proper enjoyment of the fundamental rights by the citizens. Political democracy without economic democracy has no meaning. They enable to the opposition to exercise influence and control over the operations of the government. The opposition can blame the ruling party on the grounds that its activities are opposed to the directives. They serve as a crucial test for the performance of the government. The people can examine the policies and programs of the government in the light of this constitutional declaration. They serve as a common political manifesto. A ruling party, irrespective of its political ideology, has to recognize the fact that these principles are intended to be its guide, philosopher, and friends in its legislative and executive acts. The new topic. Directive principles of state policy are enumerated in the Part 4 of the Constitution from Article 36 to Article 51. The framer of the Constitution borrowed this idea from the Irish Constitution of the 1937. The provision under directive principle derive their inspiration from the many other sources such as Instrument of the Instruction enumerated in the Government of the Indian Act 1935. Gandhian ideology was inspired from the program of the Reconstruction initiated by the Gandhi during the national movement. Noble ideals inspire the national struggle for freedom. Thank you so much.